All right, welcome back, everybody. I am playing a 10+5 game here on Lee Chess. I'm usually play 15+10 on this channel, but decided to mix it up and try 10+5 today, and we'll see how that goes. It'll be a little bit shorter of a video, I guess faster paced and whatnot. Maybe that'll be good. I don't know. Maybe that's a better format for YouTube. You guys can tell me in the comments which you prefer. That's what a YouTuber would say. Okay, so I like this QGD exchange line. I actually wouldn't mind learning maybe a new wrinkle or two in this. But I don't know, I mean, maybe that's not a thing to do today. Why do it today when I can do it some other day? Okay, so I remember that this move is not correct. Whether or not I can remember how to punish it is another matter. I think it's Queen F3. And we're hitting the bishop. We're also threatening to take and take here, ostensibly. That seems right. Let's go for it. See what happens. Usually when like a bishop's moving too early in the opening and you try to punish it, you're going after this pawn that got undefended. But I think I did it the right way. Because, yeah, we're just winning a pawn here. So it would seem. And, oh, okay, and he even weakened things further. I was going to wonder, should I take with the queen or the knight? I mean, there's still some debate. I'm more inclined to take with the queen now, or the knight, whatever this piece is called, because then extra pressure on this weak f6 pawn could be a thing later, maybe. Yeah, I'm taking with the knight. Yeah, I mean, I would like to take this bishop. I gotta watch out for, like, checks on this diagonal. My knight's covering the bishop check. But for example, like c6, I'm not 100% sure what I'll do, because if I take, there is check. Okay, so he does that. That's a little annoying. I admit it. Probably I just go back. And I can always play knight ge2 to reinforce this knight. Have rook c1 as well. Yeah, I mean, I guess, what else? I mean, I don't really want to get checked over here. I start taking stuff. I'm sure it's not the worst, but let's just go back. And he might try to pin me or something, but probably just rook c1. Okay, he didn't even do that. Okay, that move doesn't appear very scary. He can't really do anything. He could try to play c5, but he could already play c5, so. I guess this bishop needs to go somewhere, because I might want to play the knight to e2. So bishop c4 makes a decent impression. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in love with it, but I developed my bishop, my knight can come here. Okay. He's pinning me, that's not very nice. Probably just knight ge2 as planned. I don't see any reason why not to do that. If he plays queen b4 to attack b2, I'll probably just play bishop b3. That was my idea. If he plays bishop b4, I mean, he's got no threat. I guess I just castle. Maybe it's a little scary to castle onto this open G file. Yeah, I mean, he wants to make the game, you know, complicated. Rook c1 seems sort of nice. Or queen g3, just keep the king in the bottle over here. I like rook c1 though. Rook c1 seems I mean, I guess probably I should just castle. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'll just castle. Unpin the knight. Yeah, you want to attack, I get it. I understand how it is, but I don't think you're going to attack me too much. Only a little bit of attacking. Yeah, let's just get our own attack ready to go. Yeah, I mean, I guess probably I'm supposed to play h3. He wants to go here. I don't feel too scared, but... I mean, my queen's a little short on squares. Could play queen h3, is that lunacy? Could play knight f4. Knight f4 seems almost sane. I guess I'll do that. b4 is also there, I mean... Why not b4? Get the ball rolling. I guess I'll do b4. That attacks his queen. Okay, he moved it. That makes sense. I guess I'll still do this. Try to get rid of that bishop. Also defending h3. If I can get rid of the bishop, I mean, this isn't the most valuable pawn in the world, but I can't take it. Then I have access to e6, which also defends h3. That would maybe even be ideal. Like, if he tries to keep the bishop, just take this, and then put the bishop on h3. Well, I can take here. He cannot take here because then I'll have check. If he takes with the pawn, then there's this idea again. He won't take with the pawn, he'll take with the queen. He likes the open G file, that's what he likes. I think I'll still do it. Let's just get rid of his bishop pair. He did take with the pawn. Okay, that's surprising, but good news. I think that is going to be much easier to deal with. I can even get a queen trade if I want. That drops this pawn. So maybe just... I could move the rook over here, defend the pawn, and then look to trade queens. A little lame, but... That also maybe prepares d5, though. It does feel a little lame. I could also just keep rolling over here. I don't know what, in particular, I'm threatening. I guess I'll just keep rolling over here. Well, wait, this thing's hanging? But should he even take such a pawn? Should he really open things to his king? Such a fashion? Also, if he takes it, I do have knight here, which would probably pick this up, it appears. I guess I'll just do it. We'll see what happens. Okay. Well, my dream home for the bishop was on h3. And when I move the bishop, I'm threatening knight e4 with a fork. Also, he blocked this. f5 sort of conveniently stops all that. But I can just keep rolling over here, I suppose. Probably be good. All right, we'll just go back. I think he'll play f5. I'm way behind on the clock, as is my custom. It's a quicker game than I'm used to for these videos, so maybe that's why. He did play f5. That does block the queen looking here, so maybe this is a little more palatable than it was. Yeah, okay. He wants to go here. Suppose I'll stop him. Need to do something with my rook anyway. Probably b5 next. Maybe it was a little cruel to treat the bishop this way. He's not the happiest of campers. Okay, so this is coming. I guess I can just play e4 against it. Or even knight here again. Maybe. Well, I at least have e4, so let's just do this. I think if he plays here, knight here works. He can take discovered attack on the queen. When I take his queen, I defend my queen. It'd still come out ahead of rook there. He might throw this in, but I don't know that that changes much. Okay, he just moved. Moved that rook out of the way. A6 feels like a move. Really start getting in there. A6 feels right. Does he have some sacrifice that does anything? I don't think so. Yeah, I was just gonna take this. Now my knight can come here. Threaten c7, the queen's coming in. I mean, looking good. Up 2 pawns. I can play d5 if I have to. His pieces are all weird. Not really doing much, those pieces. Maybe I even play c7 right now, and then when he takes, there's this. Or just here, checkmate. That might be good, too. Yeah, check, so then he should go here. Yeah, there's like some checkmate here. I haven't figured out exactly what it is yet. He should play king c8, though. I'm gonna have 2 queens, unless he gets mated here or resigns. And I think I should be able to win with 2 queens. Okay, he just resigned. But yeah. Here's the line that I was hoping would happen, because it seemed like the most fun. I was hoping for here. If he takes the pawn, then this is checkmate, which is what I eventually realized. So I was hoping for king c8, which I think is that's the only move that doesn't get mated. The only other legal move. Then I was going to go here, which I don't know if that's the best move or not. And then this is the only legal move, and then I can queen. Discovered double check. So he can't take any of my rooks. Yeah, and then I didn't figure anything out from here, but I got 2 queens. Figured I'd do okay. So yeah, I don't know how the game would... I mean, I guess this is the only move. And then there's probably something, I don't know. There's probably something even better than what I suggest, like just taking the rook. You know, what's the computer say? What's the fastest mate? C8 equals queen plus 38 plus 47. It hasn't found a mate yet. Okay, now it says mate in 10 with C8. Now it says mate in 9. Here it says take this. I didn't see that was hanging. Also threatening mate. And then it says this is how the game should go. Check. That's annoying. Queen C6, which no one would ever think of. At least I wouldn't. But the computer has proclaimed this the fastest mate. An elementary mate in 9. Yeah, I wouldn't have found any of that, but what I had planned was cool anyway. Okay, I guess let's look at the part of the game that mattered. Let's see what the computer has to say. So yeah, I like this QGD exchange, and I'm hoping that I remembered. It looks like I didn't remember correctly, and actually Queen B3 is the move. There must be some other position where this is a thing. The Queen F3 is not right. Why is Queen... I mean, I guess both moves accomplish the same thing, right? Like, we're threatening to take the knight and then win the pawn. This felt a little more forcing because I'm hitting the bishop. So I guess the problem is here. What happens if I take this? Am I in big trouble? Take with the pawn? He takes with the knight. And it's not giving white any advantage here. I guess why would white have an advantage? Black has more space in the center. Black has better development. Black's ready to castle. So yeah, there's no reason white should have an advantage. Maybe white's lucky to be equal. Okay, so I didn't see that. Luckily, neither did he. And then, yeah, I don't really know why he took with the G-pawn. I guess he thought, like, it's already pretty bad. Or maybe he's just the kind of player... There are players like this that, like, they like to attack. That's what they like to do. So he doesn't mind opening the G file because he wanted some opposite side castling position and he wanted to attack me. Which sort of happened. Okay, and then it says the game we played pretty good for a while. All this is good. It wants to just stop that pawn cold with h4. I saw that that was legal. It just didn't feel like his attack was really leading to anything. So I wanted to just keep going with my attack. And that's what I did. And it's fine, even though the computer's not the biggest of fans. Knight f4 is fine. It wants to just move the bishop. It doesn't want to take this bishop. Well, I mean, one, like, possible advantage that black could have is that black has the bishop pair. So I just thought getting rid of that can't be so bad. I was very surprised he took with the pawn, but the computer prefers it. I thought that he would want to have the G file open. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess this kind of stuff looks scary, but it's actually not scary. We just play G3. And there's no light square bishop on the board for black that's going to harass us, so... Even though we kind of compromised our structure a little bit, he doesn't have the equipment necessary to take advantage of it. So, okay, so he took with the pawn. Check was good. And rolling the pawns was good. And here it looks like yeah, I don't know what the problem was here, because in my head, like, I saw the fork, right? Like, maybe I didn't see it yet, I guess that's the only explanation. I think I saw it, and I was like, well, he takes my... But my bishop's hanging, but I'm hitting his queen. So, like... I don't know. I think I just sort of miscalculated there a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. And I guess I was kind of like... Bishop h3 was in my plans anyway. So I saw an opportunity to do it. And I was like, okay, great. That's what I wanted. Okay. So I got to be a little more alert. Or a lot more alert. I started kicking his pieces around. It says he can, like, almost get back in the game. Queen h5, which forces a queen trade. If he so desires. Okay, white's still in the driver's seat there. Yeah, I mean, I guess at this point for black, like, if the queens do get traded, maybe black can argue that these pawns are overextended and weak. But if the queens are on the board and we're checkmating each other, then, you know, these pawns are just kamikazes. They're not really... Doesn't really matter if they're going to be defensible in the long term. So yeah, he should actually trade queens, but, you know, on the flip side, a lot of times when you know your position's bad, like I'm sure black knew here, he's down a pawn for nothing, you kind of feel like you have to keep pieces on the board to try to attack. So it's hard to come up with that, like, oh, I just want to trade queens. And, I mean, the computer does say white is still winning there. Okay, so I attacked him. Good. A6 was one of the computer's top moves. And yeah, I mean, now it's really... It's a big problem. But what should he do? It still wants to go for this queen trade idea. That makes sense. I mean, it's worse in this line than it could have been, because even if he does it now, you know, now these pawns aren't going to be weak because they're just going to get traded off. So I could just trade. He's got all these isolated pawns, and then yeah, I could just start taking stuff, I think. And yeah, I mean, I'm up a pawn and he has terrible structure. So as played, he let me take on c6, and then c7 starts a checkmate sequence, which I saw, you know, first 2 or 3 moves of. Good for something. All right, well, this video was a lot faster since the time control was faster. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but tell me, you guys tell me what you thought, and then I'll, you know, adjust my schedule accordingly. But all right, take care. Bye.